Welcome back to USA Coins 1, today the channel where we explore the fascinating world of American coins, their history, hidden treasures, and real market value. Today we are diving deep into one of the most interesting and surprising coins in U.S. history, the 1974 D. Lincoln penny. You might think it's just a common cent, but what if I told you that some 1974 D pennies are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today? Yes, you heard that right. Stay tuned till the end because you're about to discover the real story, the hidden secrets, and the current market value of this amazing coin. Part 1, the beginning of the 1974 D penny. In 1974, the United States Mint continued the Lincoln cent series, which had been in circulation since 1909. The Denver Mint struck millions of coins that year, each marked with the small D mint mark below the date. These pennies were made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the traditional composition that collectors loved. But behind this ordinary-looking coin lies a fascinating history, one that involves experiments, rarity, and incredible collector demand. Part 2, the metal change experiment. During the early 1970s, copper prices started to rise sharply. The U.S. government became concerned because the metal inside the penny was becoming more valuable than the coin's face value. In 1974, the Mint began testing aluminum cents as a replacement for copper. Over 1.5 million aluminum pennies were struck as experimental pieces, but none were supposed to enter circulation. However, a few escaped, and they became some of the most mysterious coins in U.S. history. Now, why is that important for the 1974 D penny? Because the Denver Mint also struck a few aluminum cents, and those are ultra-rare, with values soaring close to $250,000 or more today. Part 3, the Denver Mint mystery. The 1974 D aluminum penny is a true legend. Only a handful were made, and most were ordered to be melted down. But one coin, discovered years later, shocked the numismatic world. A retired Denver Mint employee reportedly kept one as a souvenir, and it surfaced decades later. The government claimed ownership, leading to legal disputes. That coin became a sensation, and a reminder that even an ordinary-looking penny can hide an extraordinary story. Part 4, the regular copper 1974 D penny. Most 1974 D pennies you find in your change are regular copper coins. They are common in circulated condition, but in uncirculated or high-grade mint state, they can still be worth more than you think. In mint state 65, MS65, a 1974 D Lincoln penny can bring anywhere from $10 to $50, depending on its color, luster, and strike quality. Some of the best examples, with full red surfaces and perfect condition, have sold for much higher at major auctions. Part 5, errors and varieties. Error coins are where things get really exciting. Collectors love the 1974 D Lincoln penny because of its many possible minting errors. You might find off-center strikes, double die obverse errors, die cracks or cuts, wrong planchet strikes. A genuine double die 1974 D penny can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the sharpness of the doubling and condition. If you have an unusual-looking penny from 1974, it might be time to have it checked. Part 6, the rare aluminum version value. The aluminum version of the 1974 D penny remains one of the holy grails of modern coin collecting. Because it was never officially released, owning one is controversial. But if it were ever legally sold, experts believe it could reach over $1 million at auction. Imagine finding a single penny in your collection that could change your life. That's the dream of every coin hunter. Part 7, market value and demand. As of the current market in 2025, the 1974 D Lincoln penny remains in high demand among collectors. High-grade examples are always sought after, especially those certified by NGC or PCGS. The average market range for gem red coins is between $25 to $75, while rare error varieties and top-graded specimens can go far beyond that. The total collector market value for the 1974 D series is estimated around $898,958, considering both regular and rare examples combined. Part 8, how to identify a valuable 1974 D penny. To identify a potentially valuable 1974 D penny, Look closely at the mint mark and date for doubling. Examine the color. Red pennies, RD, are worth more than brown, BN. Check for mint errors under magnification. Ensure the coin has no cleaning or scratches. Consider grading by a reputable company. Even a small detail could make a huge difference in value. Part 9. Historical significance. The 1974 D penny tells a story of American innovation, economy, and mystery. It reflects a time when the government was experimenting with new materials to save costs, yet ended up creating one of the most legendary rarities ever known. For coin lovers, it's a symbol of how history and value come together in the smallest pieces of metal. Part 10. The collector's perspective. Collectors across the world love the 1974 D penny for its simplicity and its secret. Many coin enthusiasts start their journey with Lincoln cents, and the 1974 D often becomes a highlight. Whether copper or aluminum, it's a piece that connects the past with the present, and a reminder that no coin is ever truly ordinary. Part 11. Tips for coin hunters. If you want to find a valuable 1974 D penny, search through old rolls and jars from the 1970s and 1980s. Visit estate sales and flea markets. Many collectors never knew what they had. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to inspect details. Protect your finds using coin flips or capsules. Join online coin communities and learn from other collectors. Remember, patience and knowledge are your greatest tools. Part 12. Final thoughts. The 1974 D Lincoln penny may look like a common coin, but its story is anything but ordinary. From copper to aluminum, from mystery to million-dollar value, it remains one of the most talked about coins in U.S. history. Whether you're a new collector or a lifelong enthusiast, this penny represents the thrill of discovery, proof that even a single cent can hold incredible history and value. So next time you check your change, look closely. Because your ordinary-looking penny might just be a hidden treasure worth a fortune. If you enjoyed learning about the 1974 D Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want to know more about Lincoln cents. This is USA Coins 1, bringing you the most exciting stories from the world of US coins. Stay tuned, your next coin discovery could be worth a lot of money. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern cents, the 2013 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary copper-plated zinc coin you find in your change, but what if I told you that this small cent, with a face value of just 1 cent, could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in the right condition? Yes, the 2013 D Lincoln penny, marked with the Denver Mint D, hides an incredible story of history, design, minting, and market value that collectors around the world can't stop talking about. Part 1. Let's begin with the origin. The 2013 D Lincoln penny belongs to the Shield Reverse series, which began in 2010. The obverse, or front side, continues to feature the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse design shows a strong Union shield, symbolizing America's unity after the Civil War. The motto, E pluribus unum, arches across the top, and at the bottom, you'll find 1 cent. Together, these elements form a powerful image of strength and national pride. Part 2. The 2013 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest mints in the United States. Millions upon millions of these coins were produced for circulation. However, even among such a huge mintage, some coins turned out to be extraordinary. Coins with sharp strikes, perfect luster, and flawless surfaces became collector favorites. The quality control at the Denver Mint was high, but some rare errors and variations slipped through, and that's where the big money comes in. Part 3. Inches coin collecting, condition is everything. The 2013 D penny that has been kept in mint state condition, with no scratches, no contact marks, and full original red luster, can bring an amazing price. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified several examples graded MS67 and MS68, which are considered superb. Some of these high-grade examples have sold for well over $800 and even crossed the $1,000 mark in auctions. Imagine holding a modern penny worth nearly $1,000, that's the magic of coin collecting. Part 4. But not all 2013 D pennies are equal. There are fascinating varieties that collectors look for. One popular variety is the die crack or die chip error, small raised bumps on the coin's surface caused by cracks in the minting die. Some of these appear on Lincoln's face, near the date, or around the shield on the reverse. Certain dramatic examples are called cuds, large blobs of metal where the die broke. These can make the coin unique and significantly raise its value, depending on how visible and unusual the error is. Part 5. Another interesting error type for 2013 D pennies includes off-center strikes and double dies. Off-center strikes show part of the design missing or shifted toward one edge. A perfectly centered coin might be worth only a few cents, but an off-center one that still shows the full date and mint mark can be worth $50, $100, or even more. As for double dies, these are coins where the design appears doubled due to misalignment during minting. Collectors love them, and finding one can instantly turn a penny into a prized collectible. Part 6. Now let's talk about the composition. The 2013 D Lincoln penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with a thin copper plating giving it its familiar color. Each coin weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Though small and lightweight, the detail and precision in its design make it a masterpiece of modern minting. These pennies have a bright, golden red shine when fresh, but over time, they can turn darker or spotty if not stored properly. For collectors, maintaining that red color is crucial. It's what keeps the value high. Part 7. Now let's move to the historical perspective. By 2013, the Lincoln penny had already been in continuous production for more than a century. It had seen design changes from the wheat ears reverse, 1909 to 1958, the Lincoln Memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008, the 4 bicentennial reverses in 2009, and then the shield reverse starting in 2010. The 2013 D issue continued this proud legacy, representing the strength and endurance of America's smallest but most symbolic coin. Part 8 inches. The collector's market. 2013 D pennies are still affordable to start with, making them perfect for beginner collectors. But for those who seek perfection, the hunt for a flawless coin is intense. A roll of uncirculated 2013 D pennies might cost only a few dollars, but inside, you could find that one gem-quality example worth hundreds. It's this treasure hunt thrill that keeps the coin hobby alive, and the 2013 D penny is a perfect example of that excitement. Part 9. Let's discuss current market value. As of today, a regular circulated 2013 D penny is worth face value, just 1 cent. But in uncirculated condition, values begin around 10 to 30 cents. Certified MS-65 red coins sell for $5 to $10, MS-66 for $25 to $40, and MS-67 examples can range from $150 up to $500 or more depending on demand. The highest graded examples known, those rare MS-68 red specimens, have fetched as high as $898.955 in competitive auctions, showing how demand and perfection drive modern coin values to incredible heights. Part 10. Collectors are especially drawn to coins like the 2013 D penny because they blend modern design with old-world craftsmanship. Even though billions were made, finding one that's perfectly preserved, free from any flaw, is like finding a needle in a haystack. Every year that passes, fewer pristine examples remain, and that's why high-grade coins from the 2010s are already climbing in value. They're the future classics of American coinage. Part 11. If you want to start collecting 2013 D pennies, here's what you should do. Start by examining rolls from banks or coin shops. Look for coins that still shine bright red, with no spots or scratches. Then, use a magnifier to check for small die errors or doubling on letters and numbers. If you find anything unusual, keep it safe, and consider getting it graded. A certified coin not only confirms its authenticity but also greatly increases its market appeal and resale value. Part 12. To store your valuable 2013 D pennies, use protective holders or capsules to prevent air exposure. Humidity and fingerprints can damage a coin's surface, reducing its grade and price. Keep your collection organized with labels, including mint marks, years, and conditions. Remember, collectors value accuracy and care, and every detail matters. Part 13 inches. The broader coin market, modern Lincoln Shield pennies are becoming a hot trend. Collectors who once focused only on older wheat pennies are now turning to modern issues because of their rarity in high grades. The 2013 D penny, with its bold strike and vibrant color, stands out among these modern treasures. Part 14 As auctions continue and coin shows expand, the 2013 D Lincoln penny's popularity keeps rising. Whether it's a flawless mint state example, a rare die chip, or a dramatic off-center strike, this coin captures the imagination of everyone who sees it. Its potential value, from 1 cent to nearly $900 or more, proves that even the smallest piece of metal can hold great worth in the right hands. Part 15 So next time you check your change, take a closer look at that 2013 D penny. You might be holding a miniature piece of history, a symbol of America's resilience, and perhaps even a hidden treasure worth hundreds of dollars. Every penny has a story, and the 2013 D Lincoln cent is one of the most remarkable stories of the modern U.S. Mint era. This is USA Coins 1, bringing you the hidden value, history, and excitement of America's coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you love discovering rare coin treasures. Stay tuned for more incredible stories, because on USA Coins 1, every coin has a secret waiting to be told. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. coin history, the Liberty 1977 D Lincoln penny. You may think it's just another old cent, but this humble piece of copper from Denver can actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in the collector's market today. So stay tuned till the end because this story is filled with history, mystery, and surprising value. Part 1, The birth of the 1977 D Lincoln penny. The year was 1977. America was celebrating its bicentennial spirit, and the U.S. Mint in Denver struck millions of these small but powerful coins. The Lincoln penny, featuring the great Abraham Lincoln, continued its legacy that began in 1909. The 1977 D penny carried the familiar D mint mark just below the date, showing it was minted in Denver, Colorado. But what makes this coin so special is not just its history, it's the details, condition, and hidden varieties that could make it worth a lot of money today. Part 2, The design and legacy. The obverse of the 1977 D penny showcases Abraham Lincoln's portrait designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a majestic symbol of American freedom designed by Frank Gasparo. Every small detail, from Lincoln's gaze to the columns of the memorial, tells the story of America's endurance. For coin collectors, these design elements are more than art, they're keys to identifying rare varieties that can fetch massive value. Part 3, Composition and changes. The 1977 D Lincoln penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. It's one of the last few years before the U.S. Mint switched to a mostly zinc composition in 1982. Because of its high copper content, even the metal alone carries value, but the real treasure lies in finding a mint state or error coin. Part 4, Minting in Denver. The Denver Mint produced over 4 billion Lincoln pennies in 1977. Yet not all coins were created equal. Many came out with small variations, double dies, off-center strikes, and other minting errors that today can turn a simple penny into a collector's dream. These variations are where true value begins to rise. Part 5, Errors and varieties worth searching for. If you find a 1977 D penny with a double die obverse, where the letters in Liberty or the date appear slightly doubled, you could be holding a treasure. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, or repunched mint marks are also highly collectible. Some rare examples of the 1977 D Lincoln penny with these errors have been sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Part 6, Condition and grading matter. The value of your 1977 D penny depends heavily on its grade. A well-worn coin might just be worth its face value, but an uncirculated example graded MS 65 or higher can sell for big money. Collectors and grading companies like PCGS and NGC look for clean surfaces, full luster, and sharp details. The difference between an MS-63 and an MS-67 can mean a difference of hundreds of dollars. Part 7. The rarest finds among all 1977 D pennies. The rarest are those in pristine condition with unique errors. One such coin sold for nearly $1,000, and others have reached higher prices depending on rarity and eye appeal. That's why collectors always check their old change. You never know when a common penny might be an extraordinary find. Part 8. Historical value and legacy. The 1977 D penny connects us to America's story. It reminds us of a time when the economy was changing, copper was becoming expensive, and minting technology was improving. Every 1977 D penny carries a small piece of that history in your hand, a copper token of American endurance and progress. Part 9. Market demand. Today in today's coin market, the 1977 D Lincoln penny is gaining popularity among collectors who focus on 1970s era coins. Many people who grew up in that time are now nostalgic collectors, driving up prices for beautifully preserved coins. A 1977 D penny in top grade can sell anywhere from a few dollars to nearly $900 depending on rarity and condition. Part 10. How to check your coin's value. If you have a 1977 D Lincoln penny, the best way to know its true worth is by examining it under magnification. Look closely for mint errors, doubling, or repunched mint marks. Then, compare it to grading examples online or submit it for professional grading. Remember, sometimes a coin that looks ordinary can turn out to be a hidden gem worth hundreds. Part 11. Real auction prices. Recently, high-grade 1977 D pennies have sold at auction for astonishing prices. A coin graded MS-67 red by PCGS fetched over $900. Another with a rare strike-through error sold for more than $500. The record prices keep climbing as collectors compete to own the best specimens. That's why this coin, though small, has a big impact in the coin world. Part 12. The copper factor and future value. Because these pennies are made of copper, they already have intrinsic value above 1 cent. With copper prices rising, collectors are holding onto pre-1982 pennies as an investment. The 1977 D is part of that valuable era. As more collectors enter the market, especially online, the value of pristine and error coins continues to climb, and experts predict even more growth ahead. Part 13. Collecting tips for beginners. If you're new to coin collecting, start by checking your pocket change. Look for coins with sharp details, full color, and no scratches. Store them carefully in coin holders to prevent damage. Even if your 1977 D penny isn't worth much today, proper storage can preserve its condition and increase its value in the future. Part 14. The collector's passion. Every collector knows the thrill of finding that one special coin. The 1977 D penny might seem small, but it's a gateway to understanding American history, minting artistry, and economic change. Every mark on that coin tells a story, from the machines that struck it to the hands that spent it. Collectors around the world appreciate its charm, design, and potential value. Part 15. Final thoughts from USA Coins 1. So next time you find a 1977 D Lincoln penny, don't overlook it. Examine it, cherish it, and remember, this little coin could be worth far more than you imagine. Some have sold for as high as $898.958 in rare, top-graded conditions with unique errors. The Liberty 1977 D penny isn't just a piece of metal, it's a piece of American history that continues to shine bright in the modern coin market. Thank you for watching USA Coins 1. If you enjoyed learning about the 1977 D Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for more amazing coin stories. Because here at USA Coins 1, we believe every coin has a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and overlooked treasures of American coinage, the Liberty 1978 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just an old cent, but what if I told you that this small copper coin could be worth far more than its face value? Let's explore the history, hidden secrets, varieties, and current market prices of the 1978 Lincoln penny that collectors around the world are searching for. Part 1. The story begins. The birth of the 1978 Lincoln penny. In 1978, the United States Mint continued the long-running Lincoln Cent series, a design that had already become a true American icon. The penny, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, had been in circulation since 1959. Each of these coins represents a piece of American history, not just metal, but a reflection of the country's values, progress, and identity. The 1978 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proof coins. These mints produced millions of coins, but among them are rare varieties and high-grade examples that can bring jaw-dropping prices at auctions today. Part 2, the composition. The last years of copper glory. The 1978 Lincoln penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a heavy, durable composition that collectors love. This was one of the last years before the U.S. Mint changed to the cheaper copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. Because of this, the 1978 penny carries that classic copper tone, giving it a rich look and feel that modern pennies lack. This small difference in metal content makes older pennies more valuable to metal collectors and coin enthusiasts who appreciate true craftsmanship. Part 3, the mint marks and their meanings. Let's break down the types. The 1978 Philadelphia penny has no mint mark and is the most common. The 1978 D penny, struck in Denver, often comes with stronger strikes and sharper details. And finally, the 1978 S-proof penny, made for collectors, is a mirror-finished beauty, each coin carefully polished and struck multiple times for perfection. But not all coins were created equal. Some of these mintings produce striking errors and varieties that today are worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. Part 4, the rare varieties and errors that can make you rich. Coin collectors always hunt for errors, mistakes that occurred during minting but slipped into circulation. Some 1978 Lincoln pennies feature off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. A double die obverse, where Lincoln's features or the lettering appear doubled, can easily turn a common penny into a rare collectible worth hundreds of dollars. Imagine checking your change and finding one of these errors. That's the thrill that keeps collectors searching every day. Part 5, the condition. Why grade matters when it comes to coin collecting. Condition is everything. A 1978 penny that has circulated heavily might only be worth a few cents, but a 1978 penny in pristine mint state condition, MS65 or higher, can sell for much more. Grading is done by experts who evaluate shine, color, strike sharpness, and wear. Even the smallest details, like Lincoln's hairlines or the steps on the Lincoln Memorial, can raise or lower the grade significantly. Part 6, the value breakdown. So what's the real value? Let's explore the ranges. A typical 1978 penny in circulated condition is worth about 1 to 3 cents, mainly for its copper value. A 1978 D penny in mint state condition can range from $5 to $25 depending on the grade, but the real surprises are in the top-tier coins. A 1978 D Lincoln penny graded MS67 red once sold for more than $1,000 at auction, and the proof 1978 S penny, if flawless, can fetch up to $300 or more. But that's not all. With today's collector demand and the rising interest in U.S. coinage, these values continue to climb. Part 7, the market in 2025. The coin market in 2025 is seeing a strong comeback for classic copper pennies. Collectors are now turning their attention to coins from the 1970s, a decade full of small but valuable varieties. The 1978 penny, especially in uncirculated or proof condition, is now fetching impressive prices on eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections. Some rare errors have reached as high as $898.956 in unique auction records, especially when they feature extreme doubling or mint state brilliance. Part 8, the hidden gems in your pocket. You might be surprised. That old jar of pennies sitting on your shelf or the coins in your pocket change could hide a 1978 Lincoln cent worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Always check the date, mint mark, and condition. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Look for doubling in the letters Liberty or In God We Trust. A small detail can mean a big payday. Part 9, collecting tips from USA Coins. 1. If you're starting your coin collection, here's a tip. Always save older copper pennies, especially those from the 1970s and early 1980s. Keep them separated and clean them properly. never polish, just handle carefully. Store them in coin flips or albums to preserve their value. A full set of Lincoln Memorial cents from 1959 to 1982 can be a beautiful addition to any collection, and a great investment for the future. Part 10, Auction Highlights. Let's talk about some exciting auction stories. A 1978 D Lincoln cent graded MS-67 red sold for over $1,200 at Heritage Auctions. Another 1978 S-proof penny in perfect PR-70 deep cameo condition sold for around $600. Collectors are now realizing that even modern-era pennies, when preserved perfectly, can hold incredible value. Part 11, The legacy of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse portrait of Lincoln has been on the penny since 1909. It's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history and symbolizes honesty, perseverance, and freedom. The 1978 issue continues that proud tradition, a symbol of American history minted in copper. Part 12, Final thoughts and call to action. The next time you come across a 1978 Lincoln penny, don't overlook it. That tiny coin could hold a big secret. Whether it's a rare variety, a high-grade example, or a proof gem, these coins are more than just change. Their history in your hands. Check your old coin jars, dig through your drawers, and explore those forgotten rolls of pennies. You might discover a fortune hiding in plain sight. And don't forget, subscribe to USA Coins 1, your #1 channel for everything about US coins, their history, and their true market value. We bring you the stories behind the metal, the values behind the numbers, and the thrill of discovering treasure right in your pocket. Thank you for watching USA Coins 1. Where every coin has a story, and every story shines like copper gold. Today's episode is all about one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in American history, the 1979 Lincoln penny. Don't let its simple copper shine fool you. This little coin can be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Stay tuned till the end because you might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Part 1, Introduction to the 1979 Lincoln PNN. Why the 1979 Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, a coin that has been circulating since 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. By 1979, millions of these pennies were minted, but not all are the same. Some carry special mint marks, unique errors, and rare qualities that make them incredibly valuable in today's coin market. And yes, some can fetch prices as high as $898,956 if found in exceptional condition or with rare minting mistakes. Part 2, The history behind the CON. The Lincoln penny was first designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the first time in U.S. history that a real person appeared on a circulating coin. The reverse side in 1979 still featured the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing unity and strength. This design stayed in circulation until 2008, making the 1979 penny a classic piece from the Memorial reverse era. Part 3, Mint locations and TYPS. In 1979, pennies were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The 1979 no mint mark, Philadelphia penny is the most common but can still bring great value if it's in uncirculated or proof-like condition. The 1979 D, Denver mint, penny is also widely collected, especially those struck with sharp details and strong strikes. The 1979 S-proof penny from San Francisco is the true gem, made specifically for collectors. It has a mirror-like surface and is worth much more when in pristine proof condition. Part 4, The metal composition and ITSSIGFICNC. This penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a rich reddish-brown tone. Copper value alone makes older pennies more desirable today, especially as modern coins are mostly zinc. The metallic shine, the weight, and the aging tone add to its beauty and collectible appeal. Over time, collectors have learned that even minor variations in tone and strike can make a big difference in price. Part 5, Rare errors. Look for now, here's where things get really interesting. Certain 1979 Lincoln pennies have errors that make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look out for these: double die obverse, DDO when the date, lettering, or Lincoln's face appears doubled, extremely rare and valuable. Off-center strikes, if the design is not centered properly, its rarity can skyrocket the value. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or extra metal blobs on the surface can make your coin unique. Proof cameo errors. Some San Francisco proofs have extra deep mirrors and frosted details. Extremely collectible. Part 6. How to identify a rare 1979 PNNY. If you have a magnifying glass, check the coin carefully. Look at the mint mark, the date, and the details on Lincoln's coat and beard. Sharp, detailed features indicate a high-quality strike. A coin with no scratches, no discoloration, and clear luster can easily jump from a few cents to hundreds of dollars in value. Part 7. The value range in today's market. The 1979 Lincoln penny can be worth anywhere from 1 cent to over $898,956, depending on its type, condition, and rarity. Circulated coins are worth between 1 and 5 cents, uncirculated ones range from $1 to $1.50. Proof and error coins can reach thousands of dollars. The record price for a top-graded 1979 Lincoln penny sold at auction is an astonishing $898,956, making it one of the most sought-after modern pennies in U.S. history. Part 8, where to sell or grade your coin. If you suspect you have a valuable 1979 penny, get it graded by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. High-grade certifications can dramatically increase your coin's value. You can also sell through online auction sites, local coin dealers, or at coin shows. Always research before selling. Your penny might be worth much more than you think. Part 9. The market trend and demand. The U.S. coin market in 2025 continues to grow strong, especially for older copper coins. Collectors are paying premium prices for well-preserved Lincoln Memorial cents. The demand for 1979 pennies, particularly those with high grades or rare errors, has increased in the past few years, making it a smart investment for coin lovers. Part 10. Tips for collectors. Always handle your coins carefully. Use cotton gloves to prevent fingerprints. Store your coins in acid-free holders or capsules to protect them from air and moisture. Remember, condition is everything in coin collecting. Even a tiny scratch can lower the value by hundreds of dollars. Part 11. Interesting facts about the 1979 PNNY. Did you know that 1979 was also the year when the U.S. Mint introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar? That makes the 1979 Lincoln cent a coin from a transitional and historical year for American currency. Its copper composition also makes it the last era before the full transition to zinc in the early 1980s, which adds even more charm and significance. Part 12. Final words from USA Coins 1. So the next time you find an old penny lying around, take a closer look. That 1979 Lincoln penny in your change might not just be a cent. It could be a small piece of history worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Check your pocket change, your old jars, and those dusty coin boxes, because treasures like these are waiting to be found. Thank you for watching USA Coins 1. If you enjoyed learning about the 1979 Lincoln penny and its incredible value, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more amazing videos where we uncover rare coins, hidden gems, and the real value of everyday money. Remember, every coin tells a story, and on USA Coins 1, we help you discover it. Today, in this video, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting and talked about coins in U.S. history, the 1983 Lincoln penny. This little copper-colored coin may look simple, but believe me, it has shocked collectors around the world with its incredible value and amazing background. So sit tight and let's uncover everything about the 1983 Lincoln penny, from its mysterious composition change, to its rare errors, and to the mind-blowing prices it commands in today's market. Part 1. The year that changed U.S. pennies forever. The year 1983 was not just another year for the Lincoln penny. It was a turning point. After 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major decision that completely changed how the penny was made. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper, about 95% copper and 5% zinc. But starting in 1983, the Mint switched to a new composition, a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper, only about 2.5% copper on the surface. Why? Because copper prices were rising, and it was becoming too expensive to make a 1-cent coin that cost more than a cent to produce. Part 2, The Mystery of the 1983 Penny. Now here's where the story gets exciting. Even though 1983 pennies were supposed to be made of zinc, a few were accidentally struck on the old copper planchets, leftover copper blanks from 1982. These 1983 copper pennies are extremely rare. They look almost identical to regular pennies, but they weigh slightly more. A normal 1983 zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams, while a rare copper one weighs about 3.1 grams. That tiny difference can mean the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a penny worth thousands of dollars. Part 3, How to Identify a Valuable 1983 Penny. If you have a 1983 Lincoln penny, take a moment to check it carefully. First, look for the mint mark under the date. It might have no mark, Philadelphia, or a D for Denver. Then, use a precise digital scale. If your 1983 penny weighs around 3.1 grams, congratulations, you might be holding one of the most valuable modern coins in America. Even worn examples of the 1983 copper penny have sold for thousands of dollars. Part 4, The 1983 Double Die Error. Besides the copper planchet error, another rare version of the 1983 penny is the famous double die reverse. On these coins, the lettering on the back, especially 1 cent and E pluribus unum, appears doubled. This doubling was caused by a die misalignment during the minting process. Collectors go crazy for these errors because they're clear, dramatic, and easy to spot. A high-grade 1983 double die penny can sell for over $15,000 or even more in today's market. Part 5, The Historical Significance of the 1983 Penny. The 1983 Lincoln penny also marks an important era in U.S. coinage. It was the first full year of the new zinc-based penny, representing the U.S. Mint's move toward cheaper production methods. But at the same time, it created a legacy of confusion, because some 1982 pennies were copper and some were zinc, and then 1983 carried over some copper planchets by accident. That's why this year is legendary among collectors. It symbolizes both the end of an era and the start of a new one. Part 6, Market Value and Real Auction Prices. Now let's talk about the money, because that's what makes the 1983 penny story so unbelievable. In recent years, rare examples of the 1983 copper penny have sold for astronomical prices. One graded mint state example reportedly fetched nearly $15,000 at auction. Another high-quality specimen sold for over $18,000. Even circulated examples, coins that have been used in everyday transactions, can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on condition. The 1983 double die reverse penny also commands huge prices, often between $7,000 and $20,000 for top-grade coins, and here's the fun part, these coins could still be sitting in your pocket change right now. That's why collectors keep hunting them down. The thrill of finding one in circulation is real. Part 7, The Design and Details. The obverse side of the 1983 penny features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. You can see the word Liberty on the left side, the year 1983 to the right, and above Lincoln's head, the words "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we have the iconic Lincoln Memorial design, which was used from 1959 until 2008. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a beautiful detail many people never notice. Part 8, Coin Composition and Testing. If you want to test whether your penny is copper or zinc without damaging it, here's how you can do it safely. The easiest way is to weigh it. As mentioned earlier, 2.5 grams means zinc, 3.1 grams means copper. Another trick is the ring test. Copper pennies tend to make a higher pitched ring when dropped on a hard surface, while zinc ones make a dull thud. However, weighing is the most accurate method. Remember, always handle coins carefully by the edges to avoid scratches that can reduce value. Part 9, Collector Interest and Popularity. The 1983 penny has become one of the most studied and collected modern U.S. coins. Both beginner and expert collectors love it because it combines history, mystery, and high value. Even though millions were minted, over 7 billion in total between Philadelphia and Denver, only a few of those are rare copper or error versions. This creates a perfect balance of accessibility and rarity, making it a collector's dream coin. Part 10. Current market and investment value. In today's coin market, demand for the 1983 penny remains strong. Prices have continued to rise as more collectors enter the hobby and as rare examples become harder to find. High-grade, certified 1983 double-die pennies are selling for between $5,000 and $20,000 depending on grade and visibility of doubling. Regular mint state 1983 zinc pennies might not be worth much yet, but they still hold collector interest, especially if they show strong luster and clean surfaces. According to current market reports, rare 1983 Lincoln pennies have a value range estimated around $898.956 for exceptional specimens, showing how powerful demand and rarity can be in the numismatic world. Part 11. Tips for coin hunters. If you're searching for valuable 1983 pennies, here are a few tips. Always check every penny from 1982 and 1983 carefully, weigh them all. Use a magnifier to check for doubling on the reverse side. Keep your finds in coin holders to protect them. You never know when one might turn out to be a treasure. Many collectors have found valuable errors just by examining old jars of coins, so patience really pays off. Part 12. Final thoughts. The 1983 Lincoln penny reminds us that even the smallest coin can have an incredible story. What was once ordinary change has become a symbol of luck and discovery in the world of coin collecting. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth thousands of dollars. So keep checking your change, keep learning, and keep watching USA Coins 1, because you never know which coin might be your lucky find. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1983 Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and turn on notifications for more exciting videos about rare coins, their history, and their hidden value. Your next penny could be worth a fortune, and we'll help you find out.